Jeepicus says tab. I don't get it, Jeepicus. I don't know what you mean. Tab is a type of cola. So I'm not sure why that's relevant to this discussion. Alright, so I guess I will buy this ring. Resist corrosion. Resist corrosion, wow. Amazing. Well, here we go, folks. It's time for everybody's favorite game of Acquire Pole. We've got the acquirement scroll. Now time for the acquirement pole. Kroger potato tab. Kroger is tab in spirit. Kroger Cola. I don't actually know. I don't have any Krogers. I've been to Krogers before when I was to Indiana, so I remember shopping at them. I actually have a card. It was an internship, and I was there for a few months in Indiana, in Indianapolis, and submit. You got a JSON error. Oops, that doesn't sound good. I guess though you got success. Alright, so what do we got? Ring of Int. Do I want to buy a Ring of Int? Certainly more valuable than, do I want to... Let's get the Int ring first, shall we? I think I now know... Oh no, I can buy them both. That's cool. So we'll take that Int boost. Oh yeah, I guess I could look at the poll first before I buy this. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? It's probably better to get the book first since there's nothing else I can buy, and it's not going to make... Acquirement is not going to make a shop appear. Oh, there we go. There's our Animate Dead. And Borgenjoy's Vile Clutch. I hear that's a good spell, coded by AAA roguelike developer genius. I don't know who, but that's just what I've heard as a rumor. That's good. Those are good spells. Why don't I go get some Necro training? AAA. AAA. That means I work for AAA. I do roadside service. You can see me on the side of the road with those orange, yellow and orange vests, changing your tire if you have a breakdown. Let's see. Thank you, Lightly. I appreciate it. Armor 1, Jewel 2. That's surprising. And gold. I don't know. I mean, maybe somebody's just really a fan of Gozag. Maybe they want me to abandon Veh for Gozag, and they want me to have the fee available. Let's go verify, because this thing was notoriously inaccurate for a while. Maybe it's better now. Armor, food, gold. Did that have Oh, there's armor, yeah. It didn't count the food. Yeah, it's still not fully... Maybe somebody voted just now. Armor is a safe bet. I don't know, I just bought... Their food? Yeah, there's the food. No one voted book, which is sort of surprising, nor staff. You realize, dear internet audience, that staff would likely give me a staff of Conj or a staff of fire, which would be a big spell power boost. And I know all of you love spell power. I know Jeepicus loves spell power more than he loves tab. That is he said that multiple times. I have 3 stave. That is true. I do have 3 staves on the ground on D12. We got to go finish that level. We just want you to look pretty. Well, that's nice. I appreciate that sentiment. Yeah, man, seriously, this USB keyboard, we are going to replace you this week, my friend. I think its cable went bad, which is a weird thing to have happen to a USB keyboard, but it is kind of an old keyboard. I guess that can happen after a while. Armor probably gives you a shield, yeah. Well, I mean, a good shield upgrade would be okay. Armor's always a fairly safe bet on almost any character, but there's some where it's less. It's true about those staves, though. I am curious. I want to go do that that D12 now that I've done this. I don't have that much more HP. I will probably... There's an agility pot. Oh, I can't afford it, though. I'm just a little bit short. Oh, yeah, there's gold there on D12. Well, we got to go back to D12, because... Only issue is that there's a 2-headed ogre somewhat near those stairs. And again, because I sort of foolishly have been consuming... So, although I would not advocate this, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can clear that D12 before I acquire. Now, I don't advocate sitting on acquirement scrolls. For instance, if I acquired a better shield and got more SH, well, I couldn't really use a medium shield yet. I have one. I have one that I'm carrying around. I was carrying around. I dropped it. But it's sitting around somewhere that I could ID. I think I'm actually going to finish that D12, hopefully. Okay, so where's all the... That one is tried out. Okay, this is good. This is a good starting point. Can hopefully zero spell levels. Reels, wow, Reels. It's on me this time, $60. Thanks for making a great game. Hey, Reels, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Yeah, Reels is a burgeoning. I won't say further, but Reels is a relatively well-known figure in the Hearthstone community. I won't reveal further about his secret identity, but he's a burgeoning crawl contributor. He's learning the code base right now and making some patches, so you might see some direct contributions to crawl itself coming from on behalf of Wheels, in addition to the USB keyboard. Yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Funds for the USB keyboard, of course, were already allocated, but now I can get the eGamer USB keyboard. The Pro keyboard that's going to launch me into the elite realm. Full-time qual dev, well, who wouldn't do that? I mean, that's the most financially lucrative thing you could possibly do. Warlock's mirror on both. That's not too bad. I wouldn't mind having that right now. That's a cool unranned, really. Alright, so we gotta clear this level. This is a nice little... What we don't want to have, though, is we don't want to get flanked here. Let's send off a fireball. Really need to watch out for is Mr. Cyclops. That's what we need to watch out for. Ah, there we go. There's our friend. Alright. There's that. That clown is out of the way. So this is so much of a safer area from which I can fight. Only minor complication here is, well, there's still 2 Cyclopses on this level. And if one gets into Los of me and gets to act before I can do anything about it, it's going to bring the pain. I have 24 EV. That does what it can, but it can only do so much. It got excluded? Oh no, that didn't happen. Cyclops is a big boulder with nope, nope, nope written on it. Yeah, those Cyclopses, they know what's up. They know what players do not like. Oh my gosh, with the Stone Giant, of course. Well, that is also quite bad. We can't take too many Stone Giants rocks to the face. This is where I would love to have well, this is where I would want to have Animate Dead. I actually need the spell levels for it. I'm gonna flip and do some spell casting on the side so I can get this spell. Just Animate Dead could be very handy. This guy's a little bit of a complication. He's hard to meth or do anything like that. I can't really out-heal his large rocks or anything crazy. I can try to meth him and see if I can get lucky with that, but it's just, it's quite dangerous. What I really need is just a couple of allies to throw up in the way to sort of distract and get him to peel off those large rocks. It just makes this level a lot safer with 2 Cyclops also, or yeah, Cyclops is running around. Yeah, prison time, no thanks. I could actually put prisms in the way, to be perfectly fair. That is actually a fair point. Yeah, this actually could work. This is a good point that Iggy made right now. This is enough cheese that it, does he just not have that many rocks? Okay, well he didn't. That is one legit use for Fulminant Prism, for blocking rocks. That was the main concern. Also, Lightning Spire is good if you have that spell. We also get boss music. Yeah, that's actually a good call. I sort of forgot how you can use it that way. It's just like a nice blocking thing. I've been using Battlefield kind of for that, but you can totally do it with Fulminant Prism as well. Oh, there's all the friends. Yeah, it did do a little bit of work. I mean, my damage output is quite good. Like, I even have Staff of Death, so damage I'm getting with, it's not a damage issue. It's really just the blocking of those rocks is the main concern. Suddenly forget how to Yeah, well, that's true as well. I have 0 hexes trained, but even even supposing at the damage, I'm quite ways away. I don't have a Staff of Conj, but even then, it just Bolt of Drain has very good damage, Fireball very good damage, but that blocking aspect is a nice thing of the spell. Its Smite targeted ability to throw up something to block line of fire is pretty good. Because in a pinch, you don't mind, I don't mind spending 4 MP a few times to block large rocks to the face. That would actually have been a very nice call against Mr. Minotaur, now that I think about it. Something I didn't use. Would have been pretty good versus him. Because he's going to throw those, and he's going to hit that, especially if you have Battle Sphere on top of it. Now, they can miss the Prism, and it could hit you, which is bad, but... Another Blink Scroll, how nice. Okay, so... There's our Cyclops friend. Now he's my main concern, just because of how. Yep, there you go. You can see he's already doing it. All right, good. So we're just gonna cheese him in the same way, and he can throw large rocks all he wants. There he goes. So yeah, that's a good point about that spell. Same reason why Lightning Spire is quite strong as a spell. I mean, summons, if I had a bunch of summons in general, this would be like, even a Stone Giant, I'd be like, pfft. You know, if I had summon Ice Beast, for instance, I could take down a Stone Giant with relative ease. Summons are just like that, and that ally blocking effect is just too good, and the non-summon spells that give you some of that for free are cool. If I found Ice Beast, I totally would have learned it. There we go. Fire the Bolt of Drain through the ghost that is immune to it, but that's fine. It's going to hit the two-headed ogre. Hey, I recognize this song. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't move. Honestly, the movement thing, that's the thing that people have to learn about summons, is how to use the movement, and also how to use the movement commands. That's not the issue for me, because but the real thing that makes Lightning Spire super powerful is the ability to place it exactly where you want. Although it is true that having it be fixed is helpful. Often, though, with moving allies, you can totally manipulate them to get them to be where you want them to be, and that's something that takes a little experience how to use. Well, sort of like learning how to use Conjure Flame or something like that. But Spire is so good because one cast of it does quite a lot of damage over time. It can multi-hit. You can set it up to, okay. I don't care about the Centaur zombie. I do care about Mr. Cyclops. Do want to put it in his way so that he takes some damage as I'm using it. Now we are running out of MP. We have to be a little bit careful here. There we go. That's good. Actually, I don't need to really set it up in his way right now. How's he look? Oh, he's not even damaged, unfortunately. There we go. We'll do one more just to get rid of him. Yeah, he threw it at me. It missed me. Good on you, EV. Alright, so those are the now the Cyclopses are down. Ah, this guy's not. Alright, that's hopefully most of this horrific D12 where I very nearly lost my streak and my 1-1. Yep, this is one of the tracks that I like for FTL. It has a lot of good tracks from this game. I'm not a big FTL player. Oh man, of course there would be another one. There's always another one. Don't assume that that's the last one. Who knows if he's got any rocks left, but... It appears he does. Right. Well, apparently you can fire through the Fulminant Prism with Bolt of Drain, which is good. Which would make sense. I think it's immune to negative energy. Yeah, I'm not a big FTL player by any means. This level really, that vault really made this level like... Bolt of Cold. Honestly, it wouldn't be the worst spell, but I do have Bolt of Drain, which works on mostly the same things, so probably not. Probably not. Might just try Fireball here. There's our Necro. Of course, the Axe. We have to fight this. The rule of this level is you have to fight every kind of monster in the game. So Orb of Fire will be showing up eventually. That's just the way it's going to happen. Yeah, you can't really rely on it, but I also have that and MP regen, so MP is fairly available on top of having just a high base amount of it. Although I don't have particularly high spellcasting. I want my Animate Dead summon spam. Won't use it a lot, but it will use it sometimes. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Dagam. Some of this is... some of it is free Kill Bee's excellent song selections, but much of it is the background playlists I use. They're just like a Game OST playlist and a Twitch or OC Remix playlist, so it's nothing too special. But if you want to hear the playlist, those are the links to it. Finally, after a million years, we made it to the 3 unidentified staves. Calling it now, they're going to be poison, poison, what are the most useless ones? Poison, cold, and earth. Dwarf Fortress soundtrack. The only song I know from Dwarf Fortress is that one guitar theme that gets played. Maybe it has more songs now. Here we go. And food. Oh, thank you for the follow, Iggy. I thought you were already following. Could have sworn you were already following. But thanks for the follow. Yeah, I actually already have Staff of Air, so it can't be one of those. I'm carrying it right now for situational Aralek. Very good idea. So what do we get? So I guess it was only 2 unID'd staves. Maybe one of them was one that I ID'd. Dota players shaking my head. Title screen and game. Yeah. I seem to recall that. So let's see what we got. We all done? This nightmare of a level. Now we're done. Monsters have been defeated. They didn't get to win. There's the Staff of Earth. Staff of Conj, though. It paid off. It paid off big. That is the best enhancer stave we could hope for. We got a nice spell power boost for basically every spell. Thank you for the follow, Dagon. Appreciate it. Yeah, all the enhancer staves that are associated with resistances give you that resist. So Staff of Fire gives you RF, Staff of Cold, RC, Staff of Air, RLEC, Staff of Poison, R Poison, and that is very helpful as a stat stick sometime, especially if you're going to kill things with like allies or spells. Sometimes even if you're a melee character and you happen to have god powers that make allies, and something is scary like Nicola or Elect Golem or whatnot, you can wield a Staff of Air to get Aralek and let your minions, let your WFR derps do the killing for you. Well, I guess now it is time for acquirement. So that, what did get the, is it result or results? No, see, I love it when Nightbot does that thing where you query it with the wrong thing, and then it gets you some output saying you did the wrong thing, and then you try to query it the right way, and it ignores you because it doesn't like getting commands back to back. Jewelry was the winner. Food and gold. These votes. I guess it's what the people want, but the people don't know anything. The people are ignorant. They're ignorant of what is good acquirement. I've got a +5 int ring, and even the evasion ring is doing work. So let's do it this way. What do I actually want? Armor. What do I actually want is a good question. Weapon is bad acquirement right now because I don't have any skill trained yet. So Evo, a good evoker would not be the worst thing in the world, but I still do have pretty good charges, to be honest. I would have actually liked Evo acquirement a while back, but now I'm actually pretty good. Yep, everybody's showing up for armor. Well, if this, we'll say we'll do an RNG between armor, because there's 2 votes. We'll triple weight jewelry. And then we'll put in Zom in place of armor. And if it picks Zom, that means we do armor instead of jewelry. But if it picks jewelry, we'll acquire jewelry. Oh, what do you know? It picks Zom. That's just what the RNG wanted, I guess. So that means that we got to go armor. I'm sorry. That's just... Yeah, Zom was just a stand-in for armor in that very fair and legitimate RNG. I put it up to a legitimate vote, and the RNG decided. Spiked hat. I, for one, could find myself looking pretty snazzy in a spiked hat. I don't know why. What makes you say that, Iggy? That's ridiculous. I mean, it's clearly not the case. It's just that right there, it just happened to choose Zom. That's just what the RNG did. People are always against the RNG, but sometimes that's what the RNG rolls. I mean, look at it. Yeah, that happened again. It can happen that way. People are like, oh wow, the +1 hat of time monsters. Time monsters. Oh, what do you know? BS Ben. It chose Zom. I mean, it's 1 in 4 chance. This is a pretty good hat. It's like kind of a off-brand Hat of the Alchemist with an outstanding name. I have never heard of time monsters before. So much for needing that robe of resistance. This is true. I will actually will now swap back to magic resistance because that's pretty cool. You can't go back upstairs. Yep. The Langoliers. That's a good monster. We should think about adding Langoliers. If you stay, that could be our forward progress actually. If you stay too long on the level, then the Langoliers come. Stephen King rides into the level on top of an Langolier. And he'll devour your character whole. You don't want that to happen to you. You better make good progress when you're playing Crawl. Oh. Well. All too have ever understood. Yeah, it's one of the more obscure Stephen King. Most people remember it from that the movie adaptation of that. I never read the short story or whatever it was based on, and it's not a very good movie. It's very made for TV. Like some Stephen King adaptations are. Well, thank you everybody for the huge generosity, Rufford and Reels and the other subscriber. Appreciate that. It's nice to come back to after a break and get support. I'm gonna try to be regular with streaming as I can. Sometimes the work schedule gets so it's harder to do the afternoon streams, but I want to do those, and I want to do my Ninja Gaiden, and I need to get a speed run because I get teased all the time by people like Jeepicus and Iggy and Yogi and Toad, people that many of you may not know, but they're vicious. They make fun of the fact that I have no speedrun.com console speed runs at all. So I have to defend myself somehow. Book of 4 short stories. Yeah. Also, Silver Bullet, that movie that got made. I think it was called Silver Bullet, the werewolf movie. Welcome, Shadow Matrix. Yep, we're just wrapping up. So we'll have to play it again because I talked over it the entire time. Oh, thank you for the follow. So this character almost blew it. I did some stupid stuff. I almost died on D12. That was pretty bad. Don't let that, if you saw that, next time you see something like that happen, don't get greedy for killing stuff. Just go to a different point on the level. Like, I could have read Magic Map to see what the level looked like, and then I could have gone back up once I saw that there were a couple good stair locations. I could have gone down with Invis, and I would have had, I would have left the level with more heal wounds and more potions. But we did learn about using Fulminant to block large rocks. That was helpful. But yeah, hopefully this character doesn't make any more stupid mistakes and can go all the way. I'll be streaming him again in a few days. Gary Busey. Yes, true. It was a good. I liked his performance in that. He was good. And they will be afternoon streams, but I might do a late night stream every now and again. So yeah, thanks for everybody stopping by, and I'll see you all next time. Catch you later.